Hi there everyone, thank you for watching this video. This is just a little Yellowstone update, just because I'm going to start doing this more often now, just so you can get an idea of what's happening there at Yellowstone National Park, geologically. Alright, there has been no new earthquakes plotted since the 31st, which is on a Friday, and for some reason the University of Utah people, I don't know, they just don't seem to plot earthquakes on the weekend. I've always noticed that they only seem to plot earthquakes during the week, which is pretty interesting. Alright, in terms of activity today, this is the Maple Creek seismometer. Activity today has been pretty quiet. This noise you see here is not earthquake related, except for maybe this one right here. This one, maybe just a very small micro earthquake. The rest of this is just noise. Looking through today, we have a few minor little wiggles that are probably not much of anything. We did have a quake right here. It was small, but it was more sustained because it started here and lasted for over a minute. That's the only quake today, and there's been no activity since then. But let's go back, because I haven't reported for a little while. This is on November 1st. We had a little wiggle there, so there might have been a very small earthquake here. Another earthquake here. Again, that one was sustained as well. And then we had a definite earthquake down here. This is definitely an earthquake. No, I'm not sure the magnitude. We'll have to wait and see what it's plotted as, but it's definitely over magnitude 1. I'm going to say it's probably around a magnitude 2, most likely, and it peaked here, and then it peaked again. So there's 2 earthquakes, but there's a lot of vibration with this one. The vibrations lasted for several minutes, so that's a pretty interesting earthquake, and that seems to be a recent thing with some of these Yellowstone earthquakes, like I've been showing. Like this one was sustained, and so is this one. We had another earthquake on the 1st right here. Possibly one right here. That's just noise. And then on the 31st, this is the earthquake that was most recently plotted on the map. The one at 1:51 Mountain Time, right here. Yeah, other than that, earthquake activity at Yellowstone is pretty inactive. I can go ahead and show you some other seismometers that are showing the same quiet activity. This is Norris Junction today. Norris Junction on the 1st. Up here, we had possibly a couple micro quakes, but most of that looks like just noise. There's those 2 larger quakes like I showed you on the Maple Creek seismometer, and then the quake on the 1st, which is right there. Then Norris got very, very noisy, had these weird, like, I guess some people call them drum beats. That's what they kind of look like. They got awfully noisy on the 31st. It's a lot of pulses, wow. Lots of pulses. Okay, this is the Hebgen Lake seismometer on the 1st. These 2 quakes that I mentioned are more than likely, they're centered around the Hebgen Lake area, as you can see, because they are very, very strongly noticeable on the Hebgen Lake seismometers. So I can almost say they're definitely at least a magnitude 2, but we'll see when they're actually plotted. They haven't been plotted yet. Like I said, 2 fairly, I guess you could say two larger earthquakes in this area. Lastly, we'll just take a look at the tremor map, how many quakes have been plotted. Most recent activity was that cluster of earthquakes on the south side of the Caldera, which is indicated by the red. USGS Monthly Update came out and said the area of north central Yellowstone, in this area, is still subsiding and has about equaled the subsidence since when the uplift before the uplift period, before the ground deformation event began, the ground started uplifting, and then it suddenly started deflating, and now it's about equal to where it was just before it started. So, the ground's going down there. Otherwise, across the rest of the caldera continues to uplift at a rate of just a couple centimeters a year, so nothing too alarming. But that's what's going on in Yellowstone. So overall, fairly quiet, and I'll post more updates as things happen. Thank you.